My name is Craig, and I have known that I was gay since I was a little kid, probably 3 or 4. It's been a challenge my whole life and something that's been a struggle and very painful. I've always been different than all the other boys. I didn't really care for sports, but I like to sing and do musical theater, and I've always been extremely caring and really valued a deep connection with other men and women, but with other men a lot, sharing personal experiences. So as I've made a lot of friends over the years, and that connection has scared a lot of other guys who are straight and who just want to go hang out and throw the ball around. Whereas I prefer having deep conversations to just know about their life and their experiences and their dreams. And so I've known that, I was different. Like it wasn't a shock to me as I grew up and went through puberty and my sexuality became stronger and more defined. When I was 23, my grandpa passed away, and he was one of my best friends. I grew up 2 houses away from him, and I never told my grandparents, but they were still very close to me, and it was really hard. And a few months after that, I got into a huge fight with my mom right before Thanksgiving, and I told my parents in high school that I was gay, and both of them just treated it like a phase that I would grow out of. And they seemed supportive at the time, but as I grew up, I realized how much shame I was experiencing because they wouldn't validate my experience or my identity. And so I had this huge fight right before Thanksgiving, and my mom said some terrible, terrible things to me about my sexuality, about my depression that I was experiencing. And so that night I decided I was going to kill myself. And I found a friend that I just wanted to say goodbye to, and he was able to save my life and stop me before it was too late. We had this little impromptu intervention until about 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I slept for almost 2 days. And I went to work on Monday, and I had a coworker who just berated me in front of all my other coworkers. And I thought, this is it. I thought I could make it, but two terrible experiences in a weekend, it's just too much. And so I spent the next week in the inpatient psych unit at the hospital, and for the first time felt safe and felt that I could be who I needed to be. It's been over 5 years now, and I'm still not out to very many people, but I realized that I was important and that my life mattered, and that there was something more that I was meant to do. It's still been rough. I went to BYU, and I applied to 5 schools, and I had great grades and a good ACT score, and BYU was the only school that even accepted me or waitlisted me, and that was a huge challenge to deal with this. But over the last few weeks, even, I finally made some gay friends who go to BYU and who accept me, and I've also found out over the years that several of my roommates have been gay, even though we necessarily weren't out to each other at the time. And it was just really reaffirming and made me want to reach out more now, because there were all these people that I could have supported and that could have been a support to me if we would have just been a little more trusting and open. And it's been really rewarding. And, the friends that I have come out to have been incredibly supportive and loving. And I still value my membership in the church, but I don't think I'll ever be able to marry a woman. And it's terrifying because I care and I want a family. I love kids and I want kids more than anything. So I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out. I don't have all the answers, but it's been really positive so far. And there have been acquaintances who have said, we can't be friends with you anymore. But they weren't my friends to begin with when it comes down to it. And those that have were just amazing and supportive. And now it's every time I come out and tell someone else, there's so much weight lifted and so much love and so many spiritual experiences that I didn't think I'd ever be able to feel because of the stigma and the shame that can exist in the church. And I don't know how it'll go in the future, but I think it's going to be good.